Show that 7x minus 14 over x squared plus 4x minus 12 divided by x minus 6 over x cubed minus 36x simplifies to a multiplied by x, where a is an integer. Okay, so there's a lot going on here, but if we break it down step by step, it's not too bad. Firstly, I can see we're dividing fractions here. As an example, if I had a over b as a fraction, and I was dividing it by c over d, this would equal a over b multiplied by, and then you take the reciprocal of this, so flip the numerator and denominator, so d over c. So we can use this fact on this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this to a multiply and flip this fraction. This fraction is the same as before, but now we're going to be multiplying and taking the reciprocal of the other one. So the denominator is going to be the numerator, x cubed minus 36x. Then we're going to have the numerator on the denominator, so x minus 6. Now next I'm going to factorise everything as much as I can. So firstly, look at the numerator here. I can see in both terms we've got a common factor of 7. So if I take 7 out, we'll be left with x minus 2. Now on the denominator, when we've got this form, this is going to factorise into a pair of brackets. Now we've got x squared here, so our first term is going to be x and x because they multiply to get x squared. Now for here, we need to think of a set of numbers that multiply to get minus 12 and add to get 4. If you have a think, we get minus 2 and positive 6. Because 6 multiplied by minus 2 is minus 12, and 6 plus minus 2 is 4. And if you multiply out these brackets, you'll get this, so you can check that. It's worth just doing some practice to learn how to factorise things quickly, because it comes up a lot in bigger questions like this. So if I want to factorise x cubed minus 36x, I can see in both terms there's a common factor of x. So if I take that out, we're going to be left with x and then x squared minus 36 in the brackets. Then what I can do is I can factorise what's in the brackets here. So we're still going to have x here outside the brackets. Inside the brackets, we're going to make our brackets like this. We're going to have our x here and x here to get our x squared. Now we need to think of a set of numbers which multiply to get minus 36 and add to get 0 because there's no x term. So it's as if we've got 0x. And if you have a think, we'll get plus 6 and minus 6. Multiplying them together, minus 36, adding them together, you get 0, which is why there's no x term. Great, so that equals x multiplied by x plus 6 multiplied by x minus 6. So let's bring that back in over here because that will be on the numerator. And we're going to be divided by x minus 6. Now what I'm going to do is combine both fractions by multiplying them. So when you're multiplying fractions, you multiply the numerators together and the denominators together. Here we have 7 x minus 2 multiplied by x plus 6 multiplied by x minus 6 all over x minus 2 multiplied by x plus 6 multiplied by x minus 6. Now we can start to cancel things down. I can see I've got an x minus 6 here and an x minus 6 here, so I can cancel those. I've got an x plus 6 here and an x plus 6 here, so again, let's cancel those. And I've got an x minus 2 here and an x minus 2 here, so let's cancel those. Now because we've cancelled everything at the bottom, essentially what we had is 1 multiplied by all of this. But we never normally write that 1 because multiplying by 1 doesn't make a difference. So here we're going to be left with 7x over 1. But like I said, we don't normally write the 1, so it's just going to be 7x. If we have a look back onto the question, we need to simplify it down to ax, where a is an integer. You can see we've successfully done that. We've got ax, where a equals 7. So we get 1 mark here for realising we can use our reciprocal trick. We get 1 mark here for factorising this part, and another mark for factorising this part. Then we get our final mark for going through these steps, getting down to 7x.